The universe is vast, too surreal to understand in a flick of an eye. Many philosophers have walked this earth and have put something substantial for us to read, to ponder upon. How things work, how this universe works, and all the surrealistic phenomena that we found mind-bending, is enough bread and butter to change the way we think. Some would find it hard to grasp at once, and some would accept these mind-boggling theories right away. That all depends on our perception of mind, what we experience, and more. It's a great game, believe it or not. Our mind, this universe, Earth, and other people work mysteriously. Wear your thinking hat, and read. Number 1, Fictional Realism. What if I say, Harry Potter or every other fictional character you fantasy is real? Not in this universe, but in the one running parallel to ours. What if all the fiction that has been created exists in a different universe? That sure is a big question to sacrifice a night over. It's all quite familiar to multiverse theory. What's that? Hold on, we'll get there too. If we accept all this, we're implying that there's no thing known as fiction. There's no fictional world, but an entirely different universe. Some creative writers has able to see and describe it to us. Those creative people possess a power to see through many different planes and universe, and thus brings us to read what we call fiction. It's all possible if multiple universes exist. It could end up in a bin if there's isn't anything that we deemed as multiverse theory. Number 2, Multiverse Theory. I'll make it a cakewalk for you. Multiverse theory states that multiple, even infinite universe exists, just like our own. Every time you make a decision, a universe is born, is created. And in that way, all the possibilities that you think, give rise to an entirely new universe. A new universe is created every time you think of an idea. And the idea you follow, allows you to wander through one such universe, and the others that you discard, are just mere possibilities of some universes floating parallel to the one you're traveling in. I'll throw in a fair idea. For instance, you went out to get apples. Your decision of buying an apple just created a universe. But upon reaching the grocer, you preferred to buy bananas. That's the one universe you choose, and the other universe is created to support all the other possibilities that you discarded. Number 3, Presentism. Presentism, in simple words, gives us a basic idea that whatever occurs in the present exists. And there's no past or future. Any event or entities that are wholly past or future do not exist at all. St. Augustine said that the present is like a knife edge between the past and the future, indicating the present moment, and could not hold a block of time or any extended period. Buddhist Presentism has described the phenomena succinctly. Everything past is unreal, everything future is unreal, everything imagined, absent, mental, is unreal. Ultimately, real is only the present moment of physical efficiency. Number 4, Eternalism. Right opposite to Presentism, states that all the points in time are equally real. In other words, the past, present, and future are real. This means that time is just another dimension, and the all future events and entities that are about to happen already exists in that dimension. That'd mean that they're bound to happen in the near future. According to Eternalism, time is divided into 3 conventional units: the past, present, and future. Where the past is something fixed, future undefined and nebulous. As time passes, the present becomes past, and the near future becomes present. All in all, it means that time is multi-layered. It also takes into account that everything we think of can be viewed and observed from one specific location. It rings a bell in my ear. That's why we sometimes think of past, worry about the future, rather living and enjoying the present. Is that fact makes the time multi-layered? It's just the idea. Think over. Number 5, Solipsism. I think, therefore I exist. To value solipsism in layman language, it means that one's mind is real, all the reality that exists is a creation of only and only your mind. And everything that exists outside of it, or is external, is your perception of the world. Self is the only existing reality, and the other reality and the external world is just an image or representations of yourself and have no independent existence. Let me add, your personal experience are your own, and that of others can be known only by analogy. Your knowledge is the content of your mind, your thoughts, your experience. If you've read and observed closely, I talked a little about others, but according to Solipsism, there is no other. Read how Sextus Empiricus stated it. Nothing exists. Even if something exists, nothing can be known about it. Even if something could be known about it, knowledge about it can't be communicated to others. Number 6, Phenomenalism. What happens to inanimate objects when we aren't looking at them? Do they continue to exist or cease to do so? Quite interesting it is. They exist, but not just in themselves, but only through our perception or sensory stimuli: redness, hardness, softness, etc., situated in time and space. But you knew, they exist. They do not cease to do so. Your cell phone would not cease to exist when you place it on your bedside and slide down in your blanket. Cell phone's always there, even when we aren't looking at it. But Berkeley claimed that an omniscient God perceived all objects and that this was what kept them in existence. It all boils down to one thing: that phenomenalism is an object only exists as a phenomenon of consciousness. Bravo! You've made it to the end. Once you regain your senses, give yourself a pat on your back, and if you've something say, then, let go of it in comments.